Your presence in my life feels like a dream I never want to wake from. There's a quiet peace that settles in me every time you're near. You've brought a light into my life that I didn't know I was missing until you arrived. Every conversation with you leaves me feeling understood in ways I didn't expect. It's amazing how someone can make you feel this alive just by being themselves. You've turned my world upside down in the best way possible, and I can't imagine it any other way. There's a comfort in your presence that makes everything seem right, no matter what else is going on. Thinking of you feels like the world finally makes sense. Every moment spent with you feels like a memory I want to hold on to forever. It's incredible how someone like you can make every day feel like an adventure. You've opened my heart in ways I didn't even know were possible, and I'm grateful for it. The way you make me feel is something I'll never be able to put into words, but I'll always cherish it. You are the calm in my chaos, the anchor I didn't know I needed. Every laugh we share is a moment I treasure more than I ever thought possible. I didn't realize how empty my life was before you walked into it, and now everything feels complete. It's like you've become a part of my very soul, and I can't imagine life without that connection. Your kindness and warmth have left an indelible mark on my heart, one that will never fade. I find myself smiling for no reason, just because I know you're out there. Even in the silence between us, I can feel the connection, and it's more powerful than words. You make me believe in things I never thought possible, and I can't help but be amazed by you. There's something incredibly magnetic about you, something that draws me in every single time. You have a way of making even the simplest moments feel extraordinary. Every time we share a moment, it's like I'm discovering a new reason to fall for you. The connection we share feels like it was written in the stars long before we met. Every word you speak feels like a melody that soothes my heart. With you, I feel like I've finally found a place where I truly belong. You've made me feel things I never thought I could feel, and it's both terrifying and beautiful. There's an undeniable chemistry between us that I can't ignore, no matter how hard I try. You've brought a sense of purpose into my life that I never knew I needed. The more I get to know you, the more I realize how much of an impact you've had on my heart. Every glance from you sends a rush of warmth through me, and I can't help but crave more. There's a quiet strength in your presence that makes me feel more grounded than I ever have before. You've become the best part of my day, the thought I carry with me through every moment. Just being near you feels like I've finally found my place in this world. You make the ordinary feel extraordinary, and every day with you feels like a gift. Even when we're apart, I can't shake the feeling that you're always with me in my heart. There's something about the way you look at me that makes me feel seen in ways I never have before. You've turned my ordinary world into something magical just by being yourself. I never expected someone to have such a profound impact on my life, but here you are. The way you make me feel is unlike anything I've ever experienced, and it's something I'll cherish forever. I never thought I'd meet someone who could make my heart beat so fast with just a smile. You've awakened a side of me that I never knew existed, and I can't thank you enough for that. The more I learn about you, the more I realize just how much you mean to me. There's a beauty in you that radiates from the inside out, and it captivates me completely. With every passing day, I find myself falling even deeper into this incredible connection we share. It's amazing how just being around you can make everything else in the world fade into the background. You filled a space in my heart I didn't even know was empty, and now it feels complete. The way you understand me without saying a word is something I've never experienced before. Every moment we share feels like it's etched into my heart, a memory I'll never forget. You make me feel things I never thought were possible, and I can't help but be in awe of it. It's crazy how someone like you can completely change my perspective on life. The way you look at me makes me feel like I'm the only person in the world who matters. You've become a part of my world in a way that makes everything seem brighter and more beautiful. There's an undeniable connection between us, something that feels like it was meant to be. With every moment spent with you, I find myself thinking, I never want this to end. You've brought a sense of peace into my life that I never knew I was missing. Every time I think of you, my heart races, and it's like everything around me fades away. You're on my mind so often that sometimes I wonder if you're living in my thoughts on purpose. The more I think about you, the harder it becomes to imagine a life without you in it. There's a pull inside me every time you're near, like gravity. I just can't resist. I feel your presence even when you're not around, and it drives me wild with longing. It's insane how someone like you can have such a powerful effect on me. Every time you smile, it feels like my whole world is falling into place. You make my heart skip a beat without even trying, and it's the most amazing feeling. There's something about you that makes me feel alive in ways I never knew I could. I can't stop thinking about you, and it's like I'm lost in a sea of emotions I never expected. I'm overwhelmed with the way you make me feel. It's like I've never experienced anything this intense. Your laugh echoes in my mind long after you've left, and it's like a song I can't forget. It's like the universe conspired to make you someone I could never ignore. Every glance from you sends a wave of warmth through me, and I can't shake it off. Being close to you is like a dream I never want to wake up from. There's an intensity in my thoughts when I'm with you that I can't seem to control. It's not just your beauty, it's your energy, your spirit that keeps me coming back for more. The way you look at me makes me feel like I'm the only person in the world who matters. When I'm near you, my thoughts scatter, and all I can focus on is the way you make me feel. It's incredible how much I find myself thinking about you, as if you've taken over my heart. Your touch lingers in my mind long after you've left, and it's a feeling I can't shake. The way you carry yourself captivates me, and it's impossible not to be drawn in. It's like I'm constantly waiting for the next time I get to feel that connection with you. Being around you feels like everything just falls into place, and I can't imagine being anywhere else. Your presence has a power over me that I can't fully explain, but I can feel it every moment. When I see you, I feel this unexplainable energy stirring within me, making everything seem brighter. I'm consumed by thoughts of you, and it's not something I want to escape. There's a magnetic pull when you're near that makes it impossible to think about anything else. You've taken up residence in my heart, and I'm not sure I want to evict you. Every moment with you feels like a rare gift, one I cherish deeply in my soul. The way you speak, the way you laugh, everything about you lingers with me long after you're gone. You make me feel a sense of completeness I never thought possible. It's crazy how someone like you can leave such a lasting impression on my heart. I never realized how deeply I could feel for someone until you walked into my life. You have this way of making my world brighter with just your presence. Even in silence, you speak volumes to my heart. I never expected to feel this connected to someone, and now it's hard to imagine life without you. I feel this deep, unspoken connection with you that words can hardly capture. Every time I think about you, it's like the world pauses for a moment just to let me appreciate you. You've awakened a side of me I didn't know existed, and I'm grateful for it. My heart races at the thought of you, and it's as though my whole being is in tune with yours. I can't quite explain it, but there's something about you that draws me in every time. Being near you feels like home, like I've found a place where I truly belong. You've become a part of my thoughts, a constant presence that fills my mind with warmth. There's a quiet intensity in my feelings for you that's almost too much to bear sometimes. It's like I have been waiting my whole life for someone like you to walk into my world. You make the ordinary moments feel extraordinary just by being part of them. Every time you speak, it's like a melody I never want to end. There's this energy between us that I can't explain, but it's undeniable. When I think of you, it's like everything else fades, and all I can focus on is the feeling you give me. You've become my favorite thought, the one I carry with me everywhere I go. There's a quiet fire within me that burns for you, and I can't put it out. You have this undeniable way of making everything seem so much better when you're around. Every time we talk, it's like you open up a new part of my soul that I didn't know existed. The way you look at me makes me feel like I'm seen in ways I never thought possible. I never realized how deeply someone could impact my life until you came along. There's an unspoken bond between us that feels like it's been there all along,